Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and as you can see, I did indeed unlock those new item slots. Oh, that looks like it's a thing,
These rocks have seen better days.
Word, it's a, dungeon. I know words. I swear I know words.
Good for you.
There we go. I definitely hit that with fire. That should be letting me through.
Revelio.
Alright, so we have one in here. Can I destroy that? Yes, I can. So here, basically all we're doing is we're collecting these pockets of ancient magic that are being released.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Alright. There we go.
Leviosa.
And just hit that with Levioso. We have a nice, easy pathway up.
Revelio.
And for the most part, these are all just kind of simple bits of exploration. It's not going to let me pick those up. How rude. I literally just see the gold there and it's not going to let me pick it up. We have one there.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Let's see if it'll let me through. Looks like it will.
Accio.
Come on. There we go.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Then we should stop being dumb.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Go. Just some gold, but gold is gold, and always helpful. That is a funny little moment there in regard to awkward positioning. But here, we could just pop on our broom over here. Yep, come on. Come on. Really?
That wasn't too hard.
So, now, discover more ancient magic hotspots and complete their trials, I believe is what it said. So, well on our way with that then.
Revelio.
And this is a big part of why you should always be Revelioing, even when you're in the air like this. Because you'll continue to find stuff like that more quickly. You can see that there are magic hotspots everywhere. So we'll have plenty of those to go after very soon. But for now, I see a bunch of balloons, and they're all nicely in a line. So I'm going to go for the balloons that are nicely in a line. Still not great control on the broom at this point, but it's not terrible. Certainly could be worse.
Revelio.
So, we will work our way back over to Madam Kogawa now. It's right there. You know what? I wasn't going to. I'll take care of this one too. It's right there. We're just so close to it, so it's just like, I might as well. Let's see here.
Depulsor. Confringo.
Oh, do I need... I might need Bombarda for these, actually. Technically. Or if I can just fly right into them. Interesting that it won't let me land. Hi, Chester.
Revelio.
Where's the last one? There we are, up here. Is it going to make it difficult for me to get it? It's got to make things interesting, doesn't it? Of course it does. Looks like we can just do it like this. Hi, Chester.
Confringo.
Chester, no. Chester. Buddy. Cat. I don't think he messed with anything, luckily. Just added some additional bits of letters to my title there. But we should have a third bar now. And there you see we do. So, eventually my image is going to be covering up some of our bars, which I'm sure will be annoying and not great for me, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Actually, I think we'll be in a good spot to check in with Mr. Moon at this point. That was weird. Yeah, I think we'll check in with Mr. Moon at this point. That feels like a good point for this. Let me get a hold of that. And then we'll actually be able to finish off the episode, I think, with getting everything in the immediate for him taken care of. So, it's actually quite the perfect way to go about this. Just gotta work our way back into the grand staircase. That was wrong. This is why I don't usually sprint, because I don't think it actually helps at all with more effective movement. Have to be pretty precise, in all honesty, which, for me, just tends to cause more problems than anything. And here, we haven't really seen this part of the castle that much yet, so this is fun for me. Get our flue flame there for the viaduct courtyard. And we may actually be able to get that quest from Gareth here as well. Assuming he's actually in here at the moment.
Levioso.
I see the thing. Oh, he is there. Perfect. So let's snag that quest from him. We won't do it yet, obviously. Where'd it go?
Hey,
all right,
it's
Mr.
me,
Key.
Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Where'd the key go? There it is. Alright. Luckily, easy enough to get this one. And then we'll chat with Gareth. Just too late. Ugh. So annoying. Again, just too late. It's like I'm on the slow bus today or something. And there I just anticipated. That was rude.
Got it.
There we go. My goodness. It really is so simple, so it's so frustrating when I'm struggling with it. But let's chat with Gareth.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Yes, I do have a moment, Gareth.
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Fooper feather and potions. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Are you now?
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Secret passage right up my street.
Of course. You never know when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Wonderful. Yeah, I am curious if someone could buy them for you.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Alright. And yeah, this is technically stealing, and I am going to point that out.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
That is his attitude. Oh, nothing is that valuable or important.
Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I think she is quite justified in
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings.
how tight her reins on you are. But, yes, we are going to get ourselves Aloha
His latest
Mora,
concoction.
if you noticed.
Revelli. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
Get ourselves some field guide pages, though. The House Point hourglasses. These large ornate hourglasses containing rubies, diamonds, sapphires, and emeralds are enchanted to keep count of house points for Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin, respectively. Interesting. The Hufflepuff one is diamonds. I was wondering about what the Hufflepuff gem would be. And yeah, yellow is actually a fairly common color for diamonds. So that's pretty awesome. Hello, Mr. Moon.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you
it
could call
was.
it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Alright. I kind of wish it just let you meet him at night. But...
Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue.
Alright.
Take the moon. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one
There's our one-eyed witch.
Of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes, terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Okay. What's in it for me?
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
All right. So, the ever-important Alohomora, finally. So now, we will be able to use it against level 1 locks. And I will say, I have some commentary on the fact that they use this to create a lock-picking minigame. That was luck. That I got it so quickly.
Well done! You're in! Remember, disillusionment charm, so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Uh-huh. To think, a caretaker wanting us to actually break rules. I'm not going to do any additional searching around right now, though I could. Casting Revelio reveals authority figures and enemy locations, allowing you to scout ahead and remain undetected. Looks good to me. That's not what I wanted.
Revelio.
So we got a prefect up there. We also have our Daedalian key up there, but we're not going to be going for that just yet. Reminder to staff. The Hogwarts house elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They are seldom unprepared for any number of items that they might encounter each day. However, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in the ears for the rest of the day. I expect that the culprit was Peeves. Please keep an eye out and be careful. Matilda Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. Okay, so there's our prefect. So we will do that.
How are your students getting on this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
See if I can listen to these two a bit.
I can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Very
Huh.
well. It's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
One interesting thing that I've noticed with this mission in particular for people is they always try to do everything when they enter this area during this mission, and it's like you're just casting spells for no reason because you think you're not going to be able to get back to it, which totally fair. Like, that is an element of games. You don't know if you're going to be able to get back to an area, but it's also the fact that there are so many things that require you to actually, like, do somewhat
This must be the
noisy
prefect's bathroom.
things that should be revealing you to authority figures. It's like, maybe we're not going to have to do that. Maybe we'll be able to come back here without issue. I'm not distinctly saying, oh, you have to not
Aloha.
do it. You have to think that you're automatically going to be able to get back into a place, but this is a stealth mission, and if you have to do things that are distinctly not stealthy, for me that tells me, okay, I probably don't need to be doing that right now.
How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, twit. That's it. 50 house points. You know you can't do that.
Oh boy. They all sound very young to be prefects. Just gonna throw that out there. It's like maybe they're just gonna stay put? I'm chill with that if they do. Oh, now they're going. Oh, got one coming this way, of course. Oh, wow. That one really was continuing to come quite quickly, actually. Don't think I've ever seen one continue to come quite like that before. Why are you talking?
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about it being cancelled.
I had planned to get you galleries on Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? Or Ravenclaw?
I know, my dear Willy Red. Ravenclaw would not have been right.
Interesting.
Hufflepuff yourself? What was that?
What was that?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway,
I'm being so quiet right now, you cannot hear me.
we're finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic book. Encompasses the whole of human condition.
Oh, how's that?
Well, all of the teamwork, flying about, and the golden stitch. Rather a lot like that, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose I should take closer attention to the next match, if there ever is one.
I suppose you should.
That is a very interesting bit of analysis on Quidditch, of all things, by Professor Hackett. Certainly not something I would have expected. Let those two continue along their way. We don't have anybody specifically causing an issue for us at the moment.
My young friend.
Why are you talking to me? And Professor Hackett has glitched. Quite epically. That's good fun. Well, I'm going to see if I can find an alternative route then. Simplify my life a bit. Oh man. Really? You're kidding me. He's not seeing it at all. Oh, Professor Hackett saw it. There we go. That got his attention. Wonderful. That should have given Professor Hackett plenty of time to get down and away. But now we should be relatively home free on this.
Revelio.
I will get that field guide page. The jewel-encrusted tortoise shell. Many assume this to have been the shell of a fire crab native to Fiji. However, those in the know swear it's a bejeweled tortoise shell created by a mad wizard near Versailles. When his chateau was overrun by nifflers, the dazzling shell was carried off to be discovered years later by a Hogwarts professor on holiday in the Ardennes. Interesting. That's a level 3 lock, so we won't be able to go for that yet. Oh, hello. That... Don't think that was smart. I think that just revealed us. Yes, it did. Oh. He's coming up. Hopefully... Maybe. Is that going to be outside of the range of what you're able to cover? That might be outside of the range of what that prefect's able to cover. Gotta move quick. Ooh. Oh, let's not get spotted. I'll be able to go for that Daedalian key eventually. I don't need to do it right now. There we go. How's it going, Mr. Moon?
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it?
No.
Now, I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll be glad to help.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Are you hungry? It's almost time. Little doofus. Yeah, how many statues are there?
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
And yeah, what will I get from you?
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alahamora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
All right, I will keep looking.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
All right. So...
Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Wonderful. So... that should unlock some new stuff to us now. I was hoping for a letter. Alright, so it's gonna... I actually have to do some more stuff before it'll unlock anything else. And we have a little bit more time. I believe... yeah, we'll quickly return to Madam Kogawa, and we'll get Arresto Momentum, and that'll do it. Unless,
hello,
there
friend.
we are.
I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Okay.
My sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts.
When what
By the
was
way,
lost has been found.
hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Alright.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Lots of new
I've
stuff.
not heard from my
Oh
Uncle
my
Roland
goodness.
in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Yeah, we can, but not just yet. We are going to Madam Kogawa right now to finish off this episode. Get ourselves another new spell. Whee! Got ourselves nicely positioned. There we are. Now, can pop on up, wait for her, and we should be good.
Welcome back. Have you finished your assignments?
Indeed I have.
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice Arresto Momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match.
Huh. Interesting. I had forgotten that
Deliberate
detail.
Movements.
All right. I guess logically it would make sense to stop something from falling. Arresto Momentum slows the motion of enemies and objects. The larger the target, the less effect the spell will have on it. Okay.
Very
So,
good.
that'll be this guy.
I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible. Perhaps before you leave here.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. And I think we'll...
Arresto Momentum.
That's it. Keep it up.
It's a very good effect. That's a level 2 lock. Dang it. I was hoping it was level 1.
Professor, do you have a moment?
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, you mentioned the Toyohashi Quidditch team.
In class, I heard you mention the Toyohashi Quidditch team.
I did. The Toyohashi Tengu are from Japan. Dominant, known for their rigorous training. They practice near the Mahutokoro School of Magic, often battling both tempestuous seas and violent storms, in addition to each other. Tournament play is almost always easier for the Tengu than their training sessions.
I take it you're a fan.
Fan? I was being groomed to play on their team. And I would have been a Tengu, if not for a bit of bad luck.
We all do need a little bit of luck. Luck is absolutely a factor that comes into play. Incidentally, that's part of why I really love the fact that luck is a mechanic that Concerned Ape incorporated into Stardew Valley. So, yeah, luck is part of life. It really is.
I know that feeling. Some things are simply out of our control.
And some things are in it. I should have known better. I made my own luck. I was betrayed by someone I trusted. Myself. I did not see clearly, and I paid a dear price. My best friend Asuka and I were being groomed to play on the team together. I as keeper, and she as chaser. She was breathtaking. She once corkscrewed through 3 players and scored before they even turned their heads.
Wow.
But as tryouts for the Tengu got closer, she panicked. I did not realize the extent of her panic until it was too late. She wanted so desperately for both of us to play together that she had slipped Felix Felicis into our tea before we were to show them our skills.
Oh, yeah, I know what Felix Felicis is. Oh. I'm curious to see how they explain it, though. So I'm going to say I don't know what that is.
What is Felix Felicis? A potion?
Also known as liquid luck. And it is illegal in all wizarding sports. I knew within minutes that something was different. I had never played so well. And Asuka was playing more beautifully than I had ever seen. When I confronted her afterwards, she admitted what she had done. I withdrew from consideration immediately.
But it wasn't your fault. You didn't know about the potion in the tea.
It does not matter. My flying that day was not my own. I could not live with myself. So, I withdrew and explained to them why. I burned my broom in disgrace.
What happened to Asuka? Did she burn her broom as well?
Asuka played for the Tengu for 2 seasons.
You didn't report her. Tell them what she'd done.
Her fate was not mine to decide. My fate is in my hands, as your fate is in yours.
Thank you, Professor. I shall remember what you've told me.
That is really a wonderful bit of analogy within this. I'm gonna definitely, once I get to an Alice video time for this game, I'm definitely gonna be getting into that. Also, I really appreciate that cultural piece for Professor Kogawa, because obviously she was going to play for the Tengu. She is clearly Japanese, with all of the Japan references, and the burning of the broom is very akin to the ritual suicide that the samurai would partake in if they were disgraced in such a manner. So that sense of honor is so critical to Japanese culture, and I appreciate the way of bringing it into the wizarding world with a character. Very, very well done, in my opinion. But we will go a little bit longer. We're going to do our next Summoner's Court to finish off the episode. Let's bring it on, Samantha.
Hello, Samantha. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until... never mind.
Oh, boy.
Shall we begin?
I think that's an implication that something that is coming up...
Yes, I'm ready to play.
...has already
then
happened.
Let's get summoning.
I do appreciate Samantha. She is a delightful character. Oh, that... interesting. I wouldn't have called that the right play, Samantha. For the sake of keeping it simple, there we go.
Accio.
Oh, too far, dang it. Oh,
You'll
that
have
was
to
bad.
do better than that.
Oh, shut up. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yes!
I won't hold it for as long this time. There we go. That was tight. That was very tight.
Sensational. Accio.
I don't think I've ever seen just such concentrated focus on going right for where that dip is.
Accio.
Into the blue!
How am I to top that? That settles it, then.
Sweet. Ooh. So, we win our next round of Summoner's Court.
After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
You played well.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent.
All
Best
right.
of luck.
Well then, that is where we will end this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server so you can join the conversation. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor signing off. I will see you then.